Hey everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is Fish or Price Ranch.
Good morning, everybody. This is Brandon with Fish or Price Ranch with an update. We have been on the property in Arkansas for about 7 days now today. So you know this right here in front of me. Let's see, right here. This was the washout spot that I was talking about before. It was a pretty good size. Definitely couldn't drive across it. So since we've gotten here a week ago, our first 2 days were spent ordering and organizing everything. Day 3, Josh and I spent mapping out where our pens were going to go and kind of a rough layout of how we were going to set our properties up. Once the skid steer got here, he started working on the road and fixing that washout. A couple of days of work with the skid steer. He fixed the washout spot, made a couple of pads for his home site, and then he trekked over to Arnold the next day and made a pad for our home site. And then the skid steer was running low on fuel, and we had the faulty fuel cap, so we had to wait a day and waste all that time to have the company come out and give us a proper working fuel cap. So today we're back to working with the skid steer, and he's been trekking all of our stuff because our knoll, the road is so steep, I can't get the truck up there at the moment. So he's using the skid steer to haul our fencing up and T-posts. And that's what he's been doing this morning. Sarah had a friend of ours show up and help us move the rest of the stuff from where we were camped out way over there. Can't even see there where the truck is. That's where we were camped out. And she just got here this morning and helped us get the rest of everything moved over. So today we get to start actually pounding posts and getting fence up and getting pens built. Right now I'm walking up the bottom side of Josh's knoll 2, up to where they are, and then I'll give you some better views of the road we're having to take, and maybe of Josh hauling some material up the hill. Okay, I'm at the top of the bottom side of knoll 2. That's where we're camping out now, is up there by Josh's home site. That's where we were. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little road goes across the hillside, which has got a really steep sideways slant, and then it's got a little switchback right here and goes all the way down to the washout spot, and then all the way down and around and up the hill right here, and then it goes straight up and across to the top of his knoll. And that takes, that little bit of drive, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes because of the steep inclines and the bumps. Can't just mob through it. So it takes a little bit to do each trip. And we got to take all of our stuff that's now piled at the top of this hill, because I can't get our truck up the hill on knoll 3, because it is pretty steep incline. I don't know how well you'll be able to tell in the video, but that is our hill. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad in the video, but there's Josh. It's steep enough to where he's got to take the skid steer up backwards, because going forwards, the counterweight in it, he almost tips backwards. So he's got to trek up the hill in reverse to haul material up there. But you can kind of see the road that he's got going down to the bottom there. And then all our stuff's piled here under a tarp, nice and safe. So that's our goal today. Get all our material up there to the top so I can put in pens and fencing and try and get that done this week. Beginning of next week is when we're supposed to get our boxes, and we're gonna hopefully be able to use another piece of equipment if the box delivery guys cannot make the road over here, because I'm assuming they're not going to be able to, because the 40-foot container box trying to make that hill on those turns, I don't see being very easy. But that's the kind of stuff that farmers deal with. Complicated situations, but we always get it done. There goes Josh with the last stack of T-posts for our knoll up there. Tomorrow they come to get the skid steer, so after that, I don't know, we're gonna have to figure out a lot more things, because we still got Connex boxes coming and we're gonna have to figure out how to move those, and you know, many other things that we're gonna need equipment for that we haven't quite figured out. But at least I can get started on goat pens up top. And we'll start that in the morning. There's our little pond right there. He's got to drive behind. Then he'll have one more load of these scabs, or the first cuts from the lumber mills. We're going to take those up there, and I'm going to use those to build the goat shelters and stuff so they can get out the rain. Slow process. He's got to get down there and he's got to turn around, because the back end of that is so heavy. It's the counterweight for the bucket, so going up in drive, he said he almost tipped backwards, so he's got to get down there and then he's got to turn around like that and then drive up our hill backwards. So, many trips, takes a while. Slow and steady, I guess. We did have a flock of turkeys up there yesterday morning. They all came in, they came down to the pond to drink, and then they took off over there into the woods. So that was kind of cool. Alright, well, we'll keep you updated.